So how's Looksmaxing being healthy? You might think like seeing all these feminists and like female audience doing like Looksmaxing. The way they do that is generally through cosmetic surgeries, right? Well, I must tell you that that kind of Looksmaxing is kind of shit. It's not good for you. You shouldn't be doing that kind of Looksmaxing that they do, right? So, like, for example, if like Kim Kardashian gets like implants in her hips and her breasts, so that does not mean you should get implants in your shoulders and your chest. That makes sense, right? It basically means that you should go to the gym consistently and work those muscles to like actually make them bigger, right? I think so. That's something Kim Kardashian missed. Um, and like male thing also, like in males also, you must have seen that guy, right? He went viral some time ago. Like he like put injected some oil in his arms, his biceps. That kind of looked weird. Kind of like it does not look natural. See, if you want to look natural, you have to be natural. You cannot be on steroids and look natural. You cannot like have implants in weird locations and look natural. If you have to look healthy, you have to be healthy. You cannot just fake being healthy. Like people say this, like do this all the time, like on YouTube also. On YouTube and Google, I see a lot of these posts about like putting like salicylic acid and like vitamin C on your skin or something to clear out your skin. Well, it'll not. Let me give you the spoiler. If you go down this vitamin C route and this salicylic acid route, well, I will check those things in the future also. It may be that they give some results, but the thing is that clear skin is a sign of being healthy. If your gut is not fixed and you're just like putting vitamin C on your skin and you're thinking that it'll clear your skin, clear skin is a sign of health. So if you think you'll have clear skin, which is a sign of health, by not being actually healthy, you're just delusional. Maybe it helps. Somehow it may have like a small improvement on your face, on your skin, but like if you want clear skin, you have to be healthy in the inside. That's just the fact. Even for example, if you want to have a great aesthetic physique, so the so like taking steroids will make you look unnatural. You will look like too big for the time you've put in the gym, right? And like so, if you have to look natural, if you wish to have a natural physique, you actually have to be natural first, and you have to build the physique. Then people will you're getting what I am coming at, right? That looks is health, and health is looks. So basically, if your jawline is a bit recessed, you'll be shocked. But like, I took a side profile picture of me, and like I discovered that I also have like a recessed like upper jawbone, and like the lower jaw is also recessed with it. I found out that I can make some improvements to my physique, well, and my jaw, my facial bone structure. So I mean, like doing natural things like keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth, breathing through your nose. These are such basic things, such natural things that, like, what can I even say, man? I mean, if you have to, like, all these are healthy, natural stuff. There should be that if we were in those caveman days, we would be doing. But like, it's just this modern lifestyle that has made us so unhealthy that, like, being healthy sometimes looks unnatural. Like being healthy, like, really sometimes looks unnatural. That is that is how the world is right now. Like if you were to do intermittent fasting, a lot of, like, including my parents, like, don't approve the idea of intermittent fasting or like keeping a 1 day fast, because like they do not acknowledge that, like, the hunters and gatherers would like get food some, like, for example, if they got food today, if they went for a hunt and they got food, right, there's no guarantee that they would get food tomorrow also, or the day after tomorrow also. Like some people do not even realize how recent agriculture is. Like it's just like 10,000 years ago. And like, bro, we've been like meat eaters for the past, like, for the past hundreds of thousands of years. If I'm not wrong, 600,000 years. The first human beings started to develop in some part of Africa. Like they spread out from there, and like, bro, like, for what, like, 509 590,000 years we've been eating meat. Like we've been hunting animals and eating meat, and like just from the last like 10,000 years we are like growing stuff on the ground and like eating, and we think that from time immemorial that's been the case. No, that's not been the case, first of all. Second, a lot of religion was developed basically after this agriculture thing was discovered. Like agriculture was discovered 10,000 years ago, right? And like religion developed like 3,000 years ago. So like religion formed during this agriculture period. That's why, like, in religion, it's basically also written that we should like not harm animals and like be vegetarians and stuff. But like we've been doing that for like 590,000 years before religion was like ever invented. So like our bodies are like adapted to meat, eating like non-veg meat, chewing like hard foods. That's how our jaw develops. And in the modern day, we have basically like, discovered agriculture, and like, bro, today we have gotten even a step further where like agriculture is also like a thing in the past. Right now, factories are producing food for us. Like not in India that much, but I see in the Western countries, like it's like people eat uh, like a factory made cereal thing in like breakfast. Like that's their staple. So like we went from animals to plants to trash, basically trash, honestly. So like basically I'm just thinking about stuff, man. How is Looksmaxing being healthy? So the thing is, we are hardwired to respond to health. In the olden days, in the Stone Age time, and like when we were hunters and gatherers, like we would automatically choose like the best mate for like reproduction, and the way we chose the best mate was like the most healthy mate. Like that makes sense, right? Because like if the mate is healthy, the offspring is likely to be healthy, and like reproduction and passing over like our species has been like a very vital part of us from time immemorial. So we want to like give birth to the healthiest kid possible. So automatically we choose the healthiest mate for that. And like today also, like for example, if you have really clear skin, if you are like healthy, like okay, if and like those characteristics only like for males, like in the in the hunter and gatherer phase. Like for example, the guy with the who was a guy with like superior health, a guy who was like tall, who was like dominating a bit, who was like who had like broad shoulders and like muscle mass on his body, so he could do stuff, and like a good system, a good respiratory facial system, good cardiovascular system. Those things all symbolized health. Subsequently, those things only became attractive to us. Us meaning the female eye and male eye as well. Those things like we deemed as attractive, and that works today. The more healthier you are, the more attractive you will become. And like for example, we talk about the face, right? If your kind of a jawline is recessed, you have a higher probability of having sleep apnea and like breathing problems and like snoring at night. Once you develop your jawline, once you develop your maxilla, which is your upper jawbone, and the lower jawbone, which is called the mandible, when you develop maxilla and the mandible, your facial bone structure develops, your breathing improves, I'm assuming, I've not seen any like research or study on this, but like I'm assuming developing the maxilla and the mandible would also improve longevity. Like you would live longer if your breathing is better. I would assume something like that. And well, what if you are lean? Well, if you're fat, you are unhealthy. You have higher chances of like metabolic syndrome and like like random things taking place, like diabetes. When you are lean, when you are like below 15% body fat, ideally 10 to 12% body fat, but like below 15%, then the chances of you getting a heart attack or like diabetes is way less. And now what if you have muscle? So muscle symbolizes strength in males. That means you can protect and provide for your family. You can if somebody like for example attacks your family, then if you have like muscle mass, you can protect, like you are stronger. and you can do like things much easier. For example, you have to go out and hunt for like an animal, you can do that. If you're like, when you have more muscle mass, like more aesthetic muscle mass, you're just like faster and stronger. That's generally how things go. So like, yeah, health is looks. When you have good facial bone structure, your breathing is right, that is health. If you have an aesthetic physique with high muscle mass and low body fat percentage, that is health, because that's how you protect and provide for your family, and like you can fend off attackers, and like you can really protect your family from certain threats, and you can do normal things more effectively because you're faster and stronger than the other fat people. So that is how health is looks, right? And for example, you like have clear skin, so that is an indication of like you're healthy from the inside, your gut is healthy, right? Now this one is more of like on the subconscious one, but like when somebody's skin is clear, like I can tell by the look of his skin that how much junk food he eats, and like if your skin's bad, you just not like, your gut is not right, you don't eat healthy and stuff, and like, so clear skin is also a sign of health. So if developed facial bone structure is a sign of health. An aesthetic physique is a sign of health, and clear skin and so on and so forth are just signs of health. So that's how Looksmaxing is. Where is it? How Looksmaxing is being healthy. So that's how Looksmaxing is being healthy. Because the more healthier you are, the better looking you will become. That's just a fact. And keep one thing in mind, boys. Always, I want to make this my tagline, bro. Like, genetics just set the pace, but you built the masterpiece. That's it. Or something like, genetics set the pace, but you make the final product. That's it, boys, for this one. See you in the next one.